So hello and welcome to another video from sickmaths.co.uk, where you can find lots of free maths videos. This video is about all the formulae you need for module M1 Mechanics 1 in the A-level Edexcel maths syllabus. So here are all the formulas you need. V squared equals U squared plus 2AS, V equals U plus AT, and S equals UT plus half AT squared are the three formulas you need for kinematics of particles or projectiles. Basically, when you've got a little particle shooting off one way or the other, you want to know how fast does it end up, or how fast is how much is it accelerating by. Just briefly, V equals the final speed or velocity, U equals initial velocity, A stands for your acceleration, S stands for your displacement or distance, T for time, and that's all. Okay, next topic is momentum. Momentum is defined by mass times velocity. Very common equation to use is momentum before equals momentum afterwards. So you collect the momentum before, you might have two particles here, and you get that momentum of that plus the momentum of the other particle, and then it should, after their collision, the momentum should still be the same. The speeds might be different because it is shared differently between the particles. Impulse, also related to momentum, can be calculated in two different ways. Force times time, where the force is applied to a particle for a certain amount of time, which changes the momentum, which equals the change in momentum basically. So mv minus mu, so m bracket v minus u is equal to mv, yeah, that's what I just said, didn't I? mv minus mu. Anyway, so F equals ma and max friction, I stuck them together. That famous formula, force equals mass times acceleration. And I just stuck this with this because they both tend to go in this topic of connected particles. When I say max friction, that's when a object is about to slip, that's when it's using its maximum friction. But you could be using no friction at all for a given surface if it's not being pushed, for example. So the surface might be really rough, but there'll be no friction if the particle is not being moved. So I don't really want to go into too much detail about this, but this is mu r. Basically, mu stands for the coefficient of friction, and r stands for the reaction against the surface of the particle against the surface. Moments, different to momentum. Moments is the amount of turning force you have, and that is equal to force times the distance away from the pivot point. Okay, G, you should know, is acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.8 meters per second squared. That's what we use for the module. Obviously it varies about how far you are away from planet Earth, but we just use 9.8 to keep it simple. And also useful to know is area under the velocity time graph equals distance. And that's all really you need to